Okay. So this is really fun to do. Now, you're not going to, make sure you're going to wash your hands because of the fact that we are going to be using our thumb or our finger for this. Probably my finger because my thumb, it's a little hard for me to do it. For the tail of the bunny, I have this Russian. Do you remember this Russian white paint? And if you have, any other white paint, don't worry about it. You can use that as well. It's so funny. I think I told you, I don't even know if I can get this open. I haven't used it in so long. My husband was worried about this paint. I may not be able to use it. How funny. Hold on just a minute. I can't get it open. No, that would be a problem. So I'm going to go into another paint. You can use any paint you want. I do have, let's see here. Hold on just a minute. I could always start this and, why not? Just leave it on. So you can use Chinese white or, whatever. I have this little palette that has white that is, it's got a lot of yellow on it. I must have been mixing paint. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to set it upside down in the water. And I think it might let me open it here in a minute. We'll see. And then I'm going to go ahead and take that yellow out of my white. Because we want it white, not yellow white. Or yellow, yes. Light yellow, no. Okay, I'm going to use my Kleenex and... Anyway, Brent was always worried. He's like, there's lead in that paint. I don't like that it's so heavy. I'm like, yeah, probably is. It's from Russia. I don't know. All right, let me just double check my vision here. Okay, so this is kind of a cute thing to do. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to mix up some colors. And whatever even maybe what's on your palette. Don't make it too big of a deal. Let's see. So I mixed, Payne's Gray and a little bit of transparent brown oxide or whatever I had on here. So I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to go like this. You want more paint than that. You might want to rub your finger right into the paint because that is not letting me do it. So here we go, like that. There we go. And then we'll do another one here. A little bit smaller. Let's get a different color in there. Just go right into the paint. Into your paint. Oh, you can do these different colors if you wanted to. I mean, it would be cute. I'm going to go right into the Payne's Gray and maybe into this. Oh, we should do an odd number. Let's see. I don't know. I guess we're going to have even numbers. Okay, so there we have our bunny bodies. Alrighty, how cute. Then we're going to take our small brush, number 4. And we're going to give them some ears. And all we're going to do is this. Tap, tap. Very simple, very fun. Tap, tap. And here. Tap, tap. And maybe more. Tap, tap. Oh boy. And then I'm going to take what I have here and I'm just going to open the body up a little bit over this way. Just a little bit. And then, it's weird, I'm looking over at my water going, why is there paint in my water? And I'm going to do a little bit of overage here. Very cute, very cute. And over here I should have just kept what I had in my hands. Just open it up a little bit on one side. I should be using my bunny as a, but he don't look like this really. And come over here and do this. Very fun. Now you're going to go into your white. Now, I'm hoping this white's going to be allowing me to do this. So I'm just going to put some white on my brush, and I'm going to give it a little bunny tail. And it's okay if it's wet because it gives it a furry illusion. Now, this other stuff is stronger, and this one is a climbing. He's got a big tail. I think I'll go ahead and just add more here because it's very wet. So I may have to go back in and add a better tail. But for now, you know what? I'm going to blend that. I'm going to go do it a different way. I don't like that. So let's do it a different way. Yeah, I'm going to lift it. And then I'm going to come back in and do it again. Okay, and then what you're going to do is you're going to take, you can do a flat brush, you can do a smaller flat brush, but let's go ahead and give it some grass. Give them some grass to sit on, and we're just going to come in like this. Like that, kind of back and forth. And then take your brush and you can just lay down the corner of it to give it grass. You might want to make it a little darker. Adding a little neutral tint to it, maybe. Because it's, of course, if it's wet, it's going to kind of disappear. So we want to make sure we, make it a little bit darker. Easy. All right, now, and we can go back in. If it just absorbs too much, you can go back in and do it again. Now let's see, the moment of truth. Did it do it? I see white coming out of this container. Let's see if it's going to let me open it. Is it? Oh, no. Boy, this, now warm water would be better, but that's okay. So, I think this is the cutest thing ever. So basically that's it. Now we're going to come back in. And give him a tail. Now, you could actually put some little eggs in here. So, of course, it would be better if it's drier, but I just think it's cute, and just write Happy Easter on the top here somehow if you want to do that. Or whatever. It doesn't even have to be Easter. Now, let me just see. This is not what this sample was, but I'm going to put a little Easter egg here. And maybe one here. Just a little tiny one. And then Rose of Ultramarine. And then, let's see, maybe a little yellow one. Oh, cute. And then you can come back in those eggs and put detail if you wanted to. So the white worked, and if you notice, it just kind of fuzzes up into the body of the bunny. I think I'm going to go ahead and grab this green and add a little bit darker to it. Just kind of, oh, maybe it's not as dark, but just kind of redo it here. And then you're going to want to let that dry and come back in and add your grass. And if you want to, you could put a little sky. And you could just do one bunny this way. You don't have to do a lot of bunnies. You could just do one bunny. No big deal, just a little bit of a sky right there. That's it. And you could write down here also. I see some water here. So, now I didn't tape it all the way because it wasn't necessary, because we weren't covering the whole paper with, this bunny tail is determined to be a lot longer, bigger. So go ahead and add more detail to the eggs if you want, but this is just a fun thing. And the more you do it, like I said, you can go back in and add more grass. And we can do that in a minute. Here, let me go ahead and bring this back over. So this is not completely dry, and I think I'm going to pick up the wet watercolor on the tape and see. Now it's weird because when you look at it, you go, but when you take it off, it's something else. Now, if I wanted to, I could come in with another color still. As I'm looking at this, I'm thinking it might be fun to do a metallic, to go in with a gold, or, let me just see what else I have on my palette here. Now, if I do that, though, it's not going to melt in as well, but I'm just going to do it as a sample to give you an idea. You're never going to repeat this. It's not possible. Yours is going to be completely different than mine. It's not possible to mimic this. So, I'm going to stand up and do this. So I'm going to put this gold. This is the gold I have. And I'm using that flat brush. And I'm just going to go ahead and do it again like this. Random, wherever. And then for that matter, I could come in with another color that's on my palette if I wanted to. I gotta move my chair over. I wonder what color. Yeah. I don't know. I gotta figure it out here. Let me move this away. I don't know, maybe the blue. Come back in with some blue. This is so random, but fun. So, now if you do it and you go, I don't know if I like it so much, no worries. You can pick some of it up with a tissue or not. It's up to you. Kind of lighten it up, maybe not such strong effects here. Whatever. And I don't want to pick up so much of that gold, so I might just come back in with more gold. Let's see. Now, you don't even have to do all this. If you're happy with your colors and you don't care as much, it's okay. All right, so I'm back to the gold. I do like that gold. I just like that accent. And silver was good too. I don't know, I kind of like gold with these colors. I am splattering everything. That's the fun of it, though. Okay, let's just do that. See what we get. Okay, You can use saran wrap on this. You can do salt. You can do all kinds of things with this idea. Okay, so that's that. I'm wondering if I'm going to put this aside, let it dry some more. And then I'm going to take, how much time? 15 minutes. Okay. So I'm going to take this off this. And this off this. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same thing we just did, much, much smaller scale. Way smaller scale. And I'm going to use a very fine tape. Very fine. I do not know. I should have my... This is like a 1/2 inch or 1/4 inch. And I'm going to go ahead and tape it down. But I'm not going to try and tape this down with this because forget it. So I'm going to use a larger tape, 2 inch. And lay it down. I should... This is Ace Hardware tape, and my other student swears by it, but I don't know. I think it's kind of a pain in the neck. All right, forget it. I'm not gonna mess with it. I'm just gonna use this. I'm gonna use the washi tape, but I am not going to try and use up the whole width. I'm gonna stay as thin as I can since I'm using a very thin tape to break this up. Very thin. I'm not putting a whole lot of tape on the actual watercolor paper. Okay. Because I want to stay the width of that bright green tape. And here I go. Neon. So we're going to do this again. Okay. This is way more forgiving. Now I'm eyeballing this. Again, if you want to measure, you can measure it. Wow, is that bright? Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and do this again, offset. And if it's not right, I may have to lift it to get it right. We'll see. See how close I get. Hey, I did pretty good. Except that I see what I did wrong. I'm going to lift it off. No biggie. Now all of a sudden you can see that maybe it's not quite right. Let's lower it a little bit here. Okay. That's going to have to do. Put that one back here. Put this one right here. Okay, now this one, I want to make this more springy colors. But I'm not going to overthink it. And I'm going to go ahead, making sure that's down. I am going to use my number 10 round, and I can go ahead and pre-wet this. Just gives us a nice blend out when it's pre-wet. I'm going to go into this Aussie Gold. I know that's what this is. It's not red. I don't know how I did that on my palette, you know, my color information on how I did that. Okay, now I'm going to go into a red. This is Pyro Red, I think it should be. Man, yeah, you know, it's funny because I really like to find a studio to get back into. There was a place over in Oro Valley that I checked out. It's $300 a month. It's tiny, but it wouldn't be horrid. It's just, you know, I gotta, you know, get some more students to make it worth it. But so I'm going into what is this one? This is Imperial Purple. Imperial Purple. And then maybe I think I'm gonna go into Prussian blue. I really like Prussian blue a lot. Again, I'm not thinking about it too much. I'm just going in and doing it, just whatever. Now we are on arches, and this paper tends to fade, but that's okay. Now I'm going to go into this. This green is the Schmincke. Oh, what was it? Spring green. It might give you the idea of the Pollock, the Pollock painting. Now, let's see. Let me look at this a minute. Do I want to put another color in here? I think I do. This is the Pyro Orange. And I don't want that much white, so I am going to cover that a little bit. Okay, just a little bit. Now I am going to take my number 4, that was my number 10, and I'm going to go ahead and just hit it with water. Give it a little texture. Again, you could use salt, you can use saran wrap, whatever you want. And I think I said I want these kind of these white areas, especially where it's going up to the tape. Normally I don't really care too much, but I want it to have a clean area there. So just take your brush and kind of dabble, make sure you got it. Okay. Now, let's see. Am I done? I don't know. I think I'm done. I think I'm done. I'm gonna leave it. All right. So now I'm gonna put this aside. I'm gonna come back to this one again, making sure that I am in focus. If you see me. Yeah, I'm gonna start and stop only because I've gone 23 minutes. So.